Oh, to be in Blackwood town 100 years ago, when axes, picks and shovels were a-swinging to and fro. I understand you have at least 4 spirits here. Can you tell me about them?
Yes, I certainly can. Now they say that there's an old miner sitting on the front steps just outside this door here, and also whether he's the same one, but I think not, maybe another one sitting on the wood box, which is just around in the lounge around there, and also a gentleman sits at the piano, they say. Now another one that we have, which a lot of people talk about, is Laura. She used to work in the kitchen, and she was ironing one day with a, what was it, a petrol?
Yeah.
Shell-light iron, and caught fire, and she burned to death. So she's still around quite a bit, I think. The morgue, now that was down underneath the hotel, and it was used back in the gold rush days when, if someone died in the area, they would be brought here, and if there was an autopsy to be done, they would do the autopsy here and wait for the undertaker to pick the body up from Melbourne. So that is actually Unit 3 now we have underneath, with petticoats rustling, lights on the ceiling, that sort of thing.
Tell me about the smell of wax.
I sort of suggested it was from Laura, but they say no, it's from maybe one of the miners. More the lighting the candles, you know, for the miners.
Well, looks like it's certainly a place worth investigating.
Yes, yeah.
We're in the old cemetery of Blackwood, a former gold mining town 90 kilometres northwest of Melbourne. The town was settled in 1854 when this area was gripped with gold fever. 10,000 people lived here. Now there are only 300. But while the miners may be long gone, some believe their energy lingers.
That's been around here a lot, and he's still here.
Through here? Tell me what you sense in here.
This is the room of Frederick's, as he called Fred, was his area that he guarded. This was his pride and joy, and this was the sacred place, that's what I'm told.
Okay, now you told me that Fred has a nickname.
He was a very quiet man, and he never spoke to many people, so that classed back onto him as he was called the Night Stalker.
Can you tell me which time frame we're looking at here?
It's in the gold mining era. He's talking about the men that would come and sit at the bar and talk about their mining stories. He's not shaven. I can see his face very unshaven.
And do you know why he's still here?
He's feeling he's protecting.
And is he happy here, do you think?
Yes, he is. Very happy here.
So he has a role here?
Yes, he's still guarding this area. He still feels that he belongs here. This is still his. He's claiming that this is his home.
When I worked last night, I was working and I was running around and I could smell wax very strong, and I thought it was just me just imagining it, but yeah, so I could smell it very strong, and I went out into the kitchen, and as I was coming back out, I felt a presence of a person, a lady, standing in there, and she was cooking, and she just put her arm up and gave me an acknowledgement like a hello, and it just sent shivers, and I thought, well, that's obviously what the wax is for.
Can you describe what she was wearing?
It looked to me like it was an old-fashioned, like early 1900s, a nice corset and a nice flowing dress, and it was like a pink, but a really dark maroon pink, and it was just looked really beautiful.
Did she give you any indication as to why she may be here?
I got the impression that she was looking after the pub, but I heard her say something like, "Oh, I'm enjoying this here. I don't want to leave." And she's looking after the pub and she's looking after the kitchen. It was just really nice what she said.
Have you heard any stories regarding this place?
Yes, I've heard that a lady was she burned to death in the kitchen, and I've been told that if you smell the wax, then that's her giving her presents, and people do say that if you smell it, something bad's going to happen. But when I smelled it last night, I didn't feel anything bad was going to happen. I just felt she was wanting to let me know that she was around.
"12 months ago, my son died. It was a Sunday night, and we got the phone call, and we had a busy night, and we got the people out, and we had two people right at the end of the bar here, and they both said to Lynn, and one of the barmaids that was working, they said it's incredible, the smell of candle wax. So whether that was a coincidence with my son dying and the presence of this lady or whatever, yeah, it was just weird. And it was really, really, really strong. Really, the strongest I think that we've ever had it. And it's strong when it comes. You know, we had our first chef, he came out of the kitchen one night and he said, "The ghost's there." So what do you mean? He said, "Bloody candle wax." He said, "You can just smell it. There's that smell of when you blow a candle out." Somebody said that they reckon they've seen somebody sitting at the piano. So, it's going to be It may be interesting over the next couple of months because a lady that actually wrote that poem on the wall there, Grace, she used to come and play that piano, and that piano is as old as the pub. So, you know, there might be something behind that. But yeah, you never know. And she always played the piano when we had bus crews in and whatever, and she loved the place. So I'm just wondering if maybe Grace's spirit might come back. So maybe, you know, if we wake up one night and we hear Wish Me Luck as You Wave Me Goodbyes playing, we know Grace is back in town. 3 burly builders that were building a house out the road that wouldn't sleep together in one of the other units. Father and son decided one would go on the bed, one would take the fold-out couch, and the other guy slept in Unit 3. And the next night when they come in for tea, he said, "Who the bloody hell's walking around at 4 in the morning?" And we said, "Well, what are you talking about?" And he said it was, you know, and he said, I yelled out in the end, "Who the bloody hell's walking around?" And I said, well, 4 o'clock, our residence is directly above Unit 3, and I said, that's our bedroom. And I said, even if one of us had gone to the toilet, we're not going to be, you know, walking around. He said it was really, really loud. And it got to him, he said, I'm going to rent the other unit. I'm not staying there. And the only other one we've had was a lady. She stayed there 3 nights. She stayed in Unit 3. She got here on the Friday night. She drove from Hamilton. And she had dinner here, went to bed, come in on Saturday. And then she went to see her son in Geelong on the Sunday. She got back about 1 o'clock. And she was telling us when she booked out that on the Saturday night she woke up and there was a real soft light above the bed. And she said it was there for quite a while. And she said she went off to sleep. And then the next night when she got home, she said there was nothing, but she said, I just felt like I was being watched. She said it wasn't, nothing happened, but she said it just, you know, when you feel that somebody's watching you. And she said that's what I felt.
time now is about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and it's around about this time they say that the spirit of Fred, the old caretaker that
Wanders around the area.
and he generally takes a walk through here and around there and trips off all the security lights as he goes on his way. So we're going to hang about here for a few minutes just to see if he does walk through.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yep, sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's do it. So what do you guys reckon about the camera in here?
Centre, I think it's going to be any good because of the mirror.
Mirror, yeah,
It'll
good
be
point.
reflecting the IR.
Yep.
So I think top angle shot. If we take it at that angle, you're going to have this covering. Probably not there.
Yeah.
I think what happens in the bathroom is a bit redundant because you don't have much of an angle shot there. If we can get as much of a floor space as possible.
Especially the bed, because I know the girls will definitely be, won't they? They'll sit on that bed, guaranteed.
Yeah. It makes a lot of noise, but I'll sit on it.
Yeah, so we need to have the camera on them all the time.
Okay.
Two reasons. One, for safety. I just want to make sure that they're always visible. And secondly, if they do bring something into the atmosphere, then we want to be able to capture that too.
Okay. Yep.
So all right, I'll leave it with you. You're the tech man, but all I'm saying is with the IR beams, it's a straight line, so we pretty much want to get them more than anything.
Okay.
Great, let's do it.
Okay.
With all the equipment that we use on a night, there is still one piece of equipment that every one of us have got and we should all use to its full advantage, and that's what's inside here. Okay, you've got gut feelings, you have instinct. Work on those, they'll never let you down. Instruments can fail, but your instincts will never let you fail.
It's 12, Saturday night, the 10th of February 2007. Di and I are in unit number 3 and we're just going to sit here for a little while and talk and just see what happens.
Yep. Well, I saw somebody walk across here.
Yeah.
I physically saw somebody
Yeah.
walk. No, it was before Ron went over there.
Because Ron came into the whole lot of it.
Even before you went over there. That's why we said for you to go over there.
There he goes again.
Who was that?
All right, yeah.
We've got Jose and Daniela downstairs. Yeah, what you did then is what happened before you got there. And no, Ron hadn't walked past there by then. See, again, is that you? Yeah, go on, it's alright. It went across this way, that way. So if I walk that way, you tell me if I'm walking that way, alright? And that'll give you the direction I walked in. Was I going in the same direction as the shadow walked in?
I reckon the shadow went right to left.
There was no one here, I didn't see anybody here.
And I reckon it went that way.
If there's a ghost around, what it'll do, it needs energy to actually be around. So it's drawing any electrical energy it can from wherever it can. Which is why you get batteries go dead, you get equipment failure, because it's trying to draw energy to be what it is.
We're sitting here earlier and we thought we heard noises, but it's a bit hard with people walking around.
Yeah, you just hear them walking, but there's maybe back there.
Yeah, I think the first one was distinctively sounded like it was back there, like shuffling. But I'm pretty sure I don't know if you agree, the second one was more someone creeping.
Upstairs, yeah.
But that
more upstairs.
first one was back there somewhere. If there's anyone in here that'd like to make contact, can you please make a sound, tap on something, speak into my recorder, just let us know that you're here.
Can you tell us your name?
If there's anyone here that'd like to make contact, can you please tap on something or make something move, make a sound? An IR thermometer allows us to accurately pinpoint and measure temperature readings through an infrared beam and also a laser pointer, so we can have a visual cue as to where that measurement was taken. What an EMF meter allows us to do is to record electromagnetic fields in the immediate area. In theory, a ghost will radiate electromagnetic fields, and if that does register on the EMF meter, we know that we've got a presence.
Well, we went in there with the divining rods and we just thought we'd ask a couple of questions and to see if we'd get any sort of reaction. And we did. They opened to no and closed to yes and vice versa with different questions, so it was very interesting.
Well, I'm absolutely freezing. The temperature just dropped, I reckon 5 or 10 degrees, for me personally, in about 2 minutes, and I'm literally shivering.
If you're responsible for making dye get so icy cold, can you please open for yes? Now could you close for no if you're not happy with us being here?
It doesn't look like they're happy with us being here. It's quite a strange feeling actually, because they just open and close and spin around on their own, and you can actually feel some kind of force spinning them. So it's quite interesting.
We were told that the presence, his name was Fred, so we asked if his name was Fred. We asked them to open, didn't we, if his name was Fred, and they closed. So we're assuming his name's not Fred if that's the way he's communicating with us. So, because we asked him if he would communicate with us through the rods, and we got a bit of a reaction with some of the questions we asked him.
Lynn, Peter, on behalf of the team and myself, I'd like to thank you very much for allowing us to come and spend the evening and part of the night in your establishment. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
So Peter and Lynn, we're back at the Blackwood Hotel again. We've some footage we'd like to show you. in some of the results that we got. Now, while this is actually playing, what we see is over near the tinderbox itself. We see, while the cameras are in night vision, they're recording, so it's quite light, and you'll see like a shadowy movement sitting over near the tinderbox, and it actually stands up. Now, it's none of the crew, because the crew were in the corner and there was nobody over at the tinderbox.
Right.
And not long after that, we start seeing a few light anomalies come up on the screen where it just flashes here and there, like a camera flash.
Like the light was going out, or someone was passing before the light.
Yes, and we're getting light spots that appear on the screen, which at first I thought they were a camera flash. Now, if a camera flash was to go off in the dark, that whole area is going to light up, not just a little spot here or over here, and it actually moves. So at this stage, we're not sure what it is. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know what it is. It's as simple as that. A lot of the other stuff we have we can explain, there's dust anomalies and things like that, but this particular incident, I don't know. Unexplainable. I mean, I know you guys have told us a story about something on the tinderbox.
That's right.
I mean, maybe...
An old miner, it seems, so the story goes. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And apparently that's where he sits, in that corner there, and has always sat there. So, maybe he just didn't like his being there, and he wanted to stand up and sort of move away, or yeah.
So, from what you've seen, do you think the place is haunted?
Well, there seems to be something there, doesn't there? You know, you guys are the experts, so, you know, you tell us. If you can't explain, you know, I know what we've seen the night of, that there was nobody that was possibly walking around, and we've seen the lights, you know, like somebody walked across the light. Yeah, look, there's obviously something that's unexplainable at this stage. So, you know, whether the old guy is on the box over there or not, who knows?
I feel sure there really is. Well, I definitely believe there is. Just from the feeling that you get a lot of times that there is someone, there's a presence there with you, especially at night time.
We've tried to capture what we can, but unfortunately, you can try and explain as much as you like, and we do capture video footage, but like, I'm at a loss. I really don't know what it is.
That's right.
I know we had some evidence in room 3 where the trigger object girls were down there. The girls from the team actually said what they experienced with the divining rods. They were asking questions and they were actually moving around. And at some point, Diz was telling us that they like magnetised. When the rods crossed, they stuck. Now they're copper, so they shouldn't really magnetise. But apparently they magnetise. So it's strange as it seems. There's certainly something down there.
Oh, I feel most definitely there really is definitely something down there, and what it is, as you say, or who it is, we don't know. Yeah.
Since we were here last, you've had some little things happen. Do you want to tell us about those?
Well, actually in this room that we're sitting now, the light switch is actually in the kitchen, and it's up for off, down for on. Now, since you guys were here, and nothing's been touched, now you turn them up for off, one light's still on, so it's one up, one down now for off, and vice versa to turn them on. Now there's no other switches that were found, so if somebody sort of turned one the other way, which will make one of these, there's nothing in the place.
No.
So, yeah, so, you know, the nearly 2 years we've been here, it's always just been boom, boom, on and off. Now it's one up, one down. So you tell me. As I say, the lights outside, they're on a timer. The timer's in a locked cupboard. There's only probably 3 people know where the key is to that cupboard, which is the main switchboard. And as we know, that night, all the CUB lights in the pub went out. And then, you know, never gone out that early before, so, and haven't since.
No.
On that night, you told me. So, I don't know. It's just very weird.
So on behalf of the Haunted Australia team, I'd like to thank you very much once again for letting us
Gary.
into your
Thanks very
establishment.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, Gary.
Thanks, Jose.
Thanks.
And thank you, Jose.
And thanks to your crew
Thank
as
you.
well, guys.
No worries, we'll be back.
That'll be
I
great.
hope so.